You want to see the most ridiculous shit in Spider-Man comic? Well, Ultimate Spider-Man is for you. Because in this issue, not only Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, discovers his super strength, but also he makes fun of on his gym teacher. So let's get started on the comic. The comic book opens up where we see Peter and Mary Jane are all sitting together, and Peter is just having this pain. This pain is just bugging the shit out of him, and he's just absolutely looking at his hands, looking at MJ, and then he just couldn't take it anymore, and it's just the pain, it's just absolutely hits him with a straight fucking fist at him. And then after that, everyone kind of laughs at him because he just destroyed his desk. And then after that, he goes to the bathroom and realizes, wait a minute, something's up. And he looks at his arm and he just sees just jam-packed muscle. And then after that, he goes to gym class and sees Flash Thompson flirting with MJ. And MJ is not into Flash, and Peter hits the basketball, and then later on they have a bit of a fight outside of school, and overall Peter just stops the fight. He catches his hand and it just breaks his arm. And meanwhile, this whole thing's going forward. We're seeing Norman Osborn and Harry talking about the whole thing about Peter and all that stuff, and then we have yours truly, Uncle Ben and Aunt May having a heart-to-heart talk about this whole thing. And I really, really like this a lot because Peter's in trouble, and you really see this whole thing going forward. And then meanwhile, Peter goes out of his room and pretty much just fucks around, and he uses his body and just see how strong he really can be. He lifts up a truck and just absolutely tosses it like a fucking trash bag, and it really just shows you how strong he really can be if he just cut loose. And then after that, we have Peter and Harry going to Oscorp, and you get to see Dr. Octavius being Harry and Peter, and then later on they take a sample on Peter's blood, and then later on Peter runs for it because he's scared shitless of his life. And then Dr. Octavius and Norman Osborn are discussing on what they need to do and all that stuff, and the comic book ends right there where they're discussing what they needed to do on Peter, because they have a sample of his blood, and it's pretty much he's the only successful human that survived a radioactive spider in a way. So just great writing, just fantastic storytelling, and you just love Bendis on his storytelling, and you could see his true heart and soul that he stretched Amazing Fantasy and took some new ideas going forward, and they really did some interesting directions that I absolutely adore. 9 out of 10. For me, this was just a 9 out of 10. Love this issue, love the series. We're going to review Ultimate Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man, along with many Spider-Man reviews, and also Venom and Scarlet Spider, Silk, Spider-Gwen, and we'll see you guys next time on the next Ultimate Spider-Man review. Tell me your thoughts down below.